Hi Libra, welcome to your reading for February 2020. I almost said 2019. Maybe we need to go back a year and see what that reading was about in 19. So anyways, guys, this is going to be for Libras, lovely Libras, sun, moon, rising. You may have planets in the sign of Libra. I feel like someone's here with either your South Node or your North Node in Libra, so welcome. You may be intuitively guided to the reading. You may not even be a Libra. You just felt something told you to click on the video. Welcome. I'm glad you listened to your intuition and to your guides. So this is really for anyone who finds themselves here, for whatever reason, really. It's just kind of, yeah, it just is. Anyways, guys, so let's go ahead and begin your reading. So we're going to start with the deck of major arcanas. I've been using these all month for the month of February. I think I did in January too. I'm not sure. Maybe December. Anyway, we're going to take just a few of these. This is going to give us like the underbelly of the reading, and then we'll add in a couple more decks. All these decks are ready to go. Just whatever one we feel guided to, we'll pull in. So I'm going to go ahead and give us a couple shuffles. And if you're a regular, this is the time to do a little bit of deep breathing. Just close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it for 4. And then exhale for 4. Feel free to ask your guides to illuminate whatever messages are here for you, whether that be the whole reading or bits and pieces. And then just trust. Don't overthink it. Don't underthink it. Really just go with the flow. And let's begin. I'm shooting this on a Monday early afternoon, a very early afternoon. It is quite sunny out. I look out the window, it looks like spring, but it's not. Alright, I don't want to take all these. These are the 4 that I feel like need to be here, so let's see what we have. We open with the star, which is beautiful energy. This is the energy of your hopes and dreams, about manifesting your hopes and dreams. It's, I often feel it's in cahoots with the universe. What we put in, they match. We have the Hierophant. So we have Aquarius and Taurus side by side. We have the High Priestess, the energy of faith and spirituality here. It's like faith and spirituality, your belief systems. What are you believing? Let me reword that. Are you trusting your intuition? The shows that you're receiving, like I'm seeing these little crystalline stars actually behind both of them. So I feel like, are you believing the signs that you're receiving, or are you, putting them under the carpet? We have the Empress. So the Hierophant and the Star. Let's look at this. So start with the Hierophant and the Star. The star is supporting energy to this Hierophant. The Hierophant is about our belief system, our faith. It asks us to remain in our faith. The star behind us is telling me that something that you want to manifest, right? This as above, so below, the connection. Manifesting through that type of energy. So coming from your faith, your belief system, and allowing that to be your starting point of where you manifest from. So as we look at that, the Hierophant is then looking at the High Priestess. So the energy you'll be feeling in the month of February is a nice high vibration, but this is energy that asks you to trust with the signs that you're receiving. I feel like from heaven. You know, like you're receiving important signs, illuminations, and don't think about it. Don't overthink this. Don't start to put your doubt in front of it. You know, these signs are true and clear, but our doubt starts to dirty them and cast shadows on them. So we tend to then push them away, right? But this is because we start to overthink it. We can base things on our past that, bottom line is, this is about coming from a certain energy, listening to your intuition, because your intuition is trying to reach you. I often feel our intuition is, in one way, our higher selves, right? Our higher selves means to me that I have been there, I have done that, I have walked in these shoes before, and I'm trying to help you in some way. This is your higher self talking to you. Just trying to reach you. Just trying to reach you. So we look at that, and then we have the Empress. So the Empress is the accumulation of all the queens, right? This is someone who has walked, I've walked in your shoes. It is like your higher self, again, saying, I've walked in your shoes, and I have the experience of the Empress, which means I have reflected upon my journeys, right? I've walked the journey of swords, of cups, of pentacles, and of, what am I missing? What am I missing? Oh, of wands. So I've walked each and every path, and I've taken the time to reflect upon them so I could extract the toll, right? The Empress is not someone who holds on to regret. She doesn't hold on to pain, jealousy, right? She's worked through these elements. So many of you, it's like, this is where you're going. This is what you are about to reach. So when I reach the energy of the Empress, it means that I'm ready to not just nurture myself, which has to come first. This is the energy of reminding myself that if I don't take care of me, then what good am I to the rest of the world? So that's first and foremost, right? And then it's coming, again, the energy of nurturing others, right? Through my experience. So sometimes it's conversations, someone says something to you like, oh, you won't believe what I'm dealing with. You listen to the story, and then you think to yourself, I have been exactly where you're at. And let me tell you, now that I have hindsight, what could possibly work for you? Many times it's us passing this information on to our children also. So it's what you gain through your walks, your different journeys, and then using these tools to not just help you, but help the world. Now, when I say the world, it doesn't mean I have to go out and help every person in the world, right? If I'm helping one person, I'm helping the world's energy. Okay. We have the Strength card on the bottom of the deck. That's the card of Leo. And this is the energy that says, if you have something yet to overcome, what you need to remind yourself is, well, everything I just said, right? That your higher self has been there, done that. Sometimes we're here finishing up karma. We're finishing up a lesson that perhaps we pushed away, or we didn't have the closure in the last life. So we pick it up in this life, right? Because this is something we want you know, maybe we don't want to carry with us every single lifetime, right? This reminds you of that, you know, that this is not the first time that you've walked this earth. You are a spirit, right? Not just this human form. You are spirit. And this reminds you that when you need to heal, and we all do, you know, think about it. You go through, let's say, a 9-year journey. And then we're in a 9 is about taking a moment, right? It's getting close to ending a journey, but the 9 to me says take a moment, reflect upon it. Don't judge yourself. It's not about judgment. It's only what can I extract from this? What can I learn from it? And then moving forward. You know, if you have a 9 life path, then you know you've had many openings and closings in your life, and it just may be something, you know, that we have to get used to. Just the way the world works, so to speak. So the strength reminds you, you know, we don't always have to search outside of ourselves for healing. It's within us. You know, you can look at it like you are the center of your own universe. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the good tarot for you. I'm going to change it up a little. Do one more. We also have the strength card on the bottom, so we have double Leo energy. You know, maybe as Leo is not showing their face, why they're on the bottom, right? Their energy is in the atmosphere, but perhaps they're not yet, or they don't want to be known yet, but we saw it. So they might as well come out of hiding. We have the 7 of Swords. Double Aquarius energy right there. We have the 5 of Wands coming under the Hierophant. We have the Messenger of Fire, Wands. I feel like some of you are, you know, it's like maybe your belief system is intact, but I feel like it's almost like the energy of trying to get someone else to see your point of view, to understand your point of view. And it feels like 2 energies that just don't want to budge, either or, right? You know, you may be talking to someone and asking them or trying to get them to do a certain thing and, you know, or quit something, or something like, I want someone to listen to me and understand me in the purpose of helping them, but yet I feel like I have the energy of someone just, you know, just not taking your advice, almost not hearing, you know, not hearing the words that you're saying. It's like they're filling in the blanks with their own sediment here. And I feel like you're trying to persuade them. And I feel like you're doing it with a purpose of perhaps, now listen, if this is not someone else, this could be your guides trying to reach you, right? Trying to persuade you. And I feel like it's to make some type of a change. You know, I'm noticing the 7 of Swords over here. And I'm not picking up, I'm not picking it up as a bad energy nor a good energy. I'm picking it up more as an annoying energy. So I feel like it's just someone's energy that, I don't know, bugs me in a certain way, and I feel like this is what you're trying to do. You're trying to show them, almost like I'm trying to show them their way, but they're not buying it. They're not buying it. Let's keep going. For some of you, this could certainly be a child. Okay, we have the King of Cups, but he is coming in reverse, so we're going to leave him that way. This may be the person that I'm trying to show them something. I don't know. I feel like for some of you, you may be dealing with someone who parties a lot, does something that affects their life in a negative way. And you know, I can almost see why this person reacts the way they do to, let's say, life. I feel like I could say that this person had a mother who did not show her emotions, did not show her love to a particular child, maybe all the children, but in particular this person. And so they come from that kind of unsteady, emotional type of energy. They're definitely, and listen, so I feel like what happened with this person is because, and when I say my mother didn't show me any attention, I really mean that. I mean that this person was not fulfilled in a loving way with their mother, okay? And because of that, they now, you know, it's almost like if this is a male, I don't know, like they don't treat females with respect because of that. Okay, now they may not even know this yet. They may not have even figured this out yet. But it's very clear to me, like, if this is you or you're dealing with someone, this is where it's stemming from, and this is the cause now, or the effect years later. So, I just want them to see their ways. I feel like I could say that I don't even know if they're trustworthy, right? Maybe you don't know if they're trustworthy, because it's almost like there's that arguing over that. I don't feel like anything gets resolved, though. And here's why. There's a deeper issue at stake here. And, you know, let's just face it, we're not always qualified to help everyone, right? I almost feel like this person would benefit from not past, like hypnosis, to bring up some old memories to help clear them. These may be memories that were just pushed so far down, right? But now I live my life from the reaction of that energy. Okay? All right, let's keep going. But I also feel, I just have to say, for some of you, I feel like it's your guides talking to you. Okay? We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Cups coming under the 5 of Wands. We have the 10 of Swords. And we have the 2 of Cups. So, this is what someone would say, I feel, is a soulmate type of energy. You know, I could kind of pick this person apart if I wanted to, because I could tell you that chances are they're flirts, like they flirt. I don't know if they do anything beyond that. I don't have any evidence that would tell me that they do, but I do feel like, listen, this is just somebody who's very unsteady, even though they may present themselves very professionally in a work situation, but the truth of the matter is, when I am home and I am alone, I'm sad. Okay, I'm sad. I have this underlying energy within me that I can't figure out. Well, I don't know that they're truly trying, right? Because at this point, I would say this person must have thought about, like, counseling, right? Something to help them, because they've recognized their ways, but that's not enough for them to change. Now, again, I feel like both of you would consider each other your soulmate. But that doesn't make anything easy. I feel like someone is saying, with this 10 of Swords under the page, or the Knight of Fire, you know, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave you. I'm going to leave the situation. Even if, this could even be work. It doesn't always have to be love, but I definitely feel it, because I feel like you may leave the home. And even though I seem to have a strong foundation within the Ten of Pentacles, there still seems to be arguing, fighting, backstabbing. And I feel that you, or they, said that they, or you, I think it's more you, that you're going to leave them. That you're going to, if I'm not living with them, I'm going to stop dating them. Even though my heart seems to be really attached to them. I mean, what can you do, right? What can you do? Because I almost feel like if this person doesn't talk to someone, they're going to stay within that energy. And, I can feel that they're not happy either, right? And it's nothing to do with you. It's nothing to do with you. It's this underlying sadness. But I see the connection of why. I see the connection of why. And I don't know. Like, I have a feeling if I even try to approach this person and try to say, I think we need to reflect back and think about your mom and this, I feel like they would get defensive. And that's why I think sometimes we have to know, what's that Kenny Rogers song? You gotta know when to fold them, know when to something, know when to something, and know when to walk away. That's the part I was trying to get to. Sometimes we help better from a distance. So, and I'm not telling anyone to leave anyone, because there is a solution here, and the solution is this person recognizing where a lot of their negative energy is coming from. The solution is here, but everyone has their free will. Okay, let's keep going. Unless they watch tarot readings, then I would recommend that they watch this reading. Because I feel like once I have that recognition, it's going to take a little work to turn it around. But when I get that recognition, it kind of like the missing pieces of the puzzle start to fall in place for this person. We have the Page of Fire. So we have the Page and the Knight of Fire. All right, let's bring in our second deck, and I think I'm going to use the Cosmic Tarot, because this has a little bit of a love undertone to it. Yeah? Hello? Thought I heard someone knock on its door. Hierophant on the bottom of the deck, double. We now have double Taurus. So we have what? Double Leo, we have double Aquarius, double Taurus. Probably more doubles, I'm just not paying attention to all of them. But if I meant to, they'll be highlighted, they'll be illuminated. Alright, let's start at the beginning. We have the Fool and we have the Three of Pentacles coming over the Star. So, it's like I want a fresh start within the Fool, right? I want a fresh start. The Fool, let's talk about the Fool for a second, because the Fool is someone, the Fool is you. And it's a recommended energy. The reason being is because the Fool doesn't bring regret forward. The Fool doesn't bring the baggage forward, only the wisdom of the previous journey. So I start free and clear. This is definitely something within the Fool's energy that I want. I may not have all the facts yet as the Fool, but I'm prepared and willing to take a chance. This has something to do with your hopes and your dreams, And part of this with the Three of Pentacles is about joining a team. I often feel the Three of Pentacles is collaboration, because I feel like each person within the Three of Pentacles brings something to the table, including yourself. Three of Pentacles talks about when you join forces with someone to make sure that your authentic self shines through, okay? That it shines through. So, you know, and I often feel it's a card of recognition. Recognition that maybe, you know, this is what I feel. I feel like within the Three of Pentacles energy, especially next to the star in the Fool, that is talking about other people seeing you in a certain light and you not being aware of it. Now, this isn't necessarily the meaning of the cards. This is just what I'm feeling in your reading. So it's like, you know, like someone behind your back, but in a good way, saying, you know, did you see the job that Libra did? Have you ever heard Libra speak, or did you ever read Libra's book? You ever watch Libra at work? There's like an admiration towards you, something towards you. Some of you may be thinking about starting an affair at work, and I'm saying affair because I feel like there's still a previous attachment, and maybe that was your question. Should I go forward within this? Well, with the Fool showing up, that tells me that, listen, in the perfect world, you would close the previous door so that the next door can swing completely open, right? If I don't close my previous door, but I want to start a new, you know, open up this new door, it's almost like I can't see it for all that it is because some of my attention is still being pulled backwards. So if you came into the reading and your question was, should I start this affair before I finish this? Of course, that's up to you. But the ultimate energy would ask you to close the door behind you first. Okay? We have the Two of Wands. Like, you can't hold me back, Sandy. You can't hold me back. I don't want to hold you back. I just want you to go forward feeling great. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So this is talking about your work for many of you right now. Doesn't mean we're still not talking about this love. We are, but right now they want to focus more on your work. So, you know, this is opportunity that's knocking. I have a feeling the Ace of Pentacles is going to come out for you, because I do feel like this is opportunity knocking for you. Now, whether that's just your intuition knocking your belly, right? It's like, can't ignore it. It just keeps coming back. But anyway, my point is, you know, listen, I feel like some of you are truly getting an opportunity of a lifetime. This is nothing that's just thrown into your lap just because. This is something where your craft is recognized. Now, I'm saying craft. That can be anything. Anything, you know. Perhaps what I do is I do dictation all day long, but that's still your craft, okay? I work at the counter at McDonald's, still your craft, right? How well do you do it, you know? Like, you know, it didn't matter what job I had, and I've had many. I always would give 100%, and I always try to find where my growth could be within each position. So what I'm saying here is I feel like there's real recognition, and I kind of feel like this is going to be a surprise. Because again, I feel like the people admiring your work are behind the scenes, talking, again, behind your back, but I don't mean it in a negative way because it's all good. It's all good. And I feel like something's going to open up within your career that, I don't know, let you soar. The Eight of Pentacles is also touching the High Priestess. So for many of you, you know, it's about, listen, it's an intuitive call, right? This is really about following your intuition. Don't fear it. don't overthink this, okay? Because it feels like it's just falling in place the way it's meant to. So this is something I know you want. However, I don't know why I'm getting this energy of where I could refuse it. I may not see it for what it truly is. And again, I think it may be because it feels unexpected, like this opportunity. And I don't know, because it's coming over the Hierophant and the High Priestess. And, you know, that's about walking in my faith and feeling my guidance. Some of you, this could be about some type of spiritually based business, your effort within it. Interesting. Okay, let's keep going. I wasn't expecting to go this route, but here it is. We have the Death card of Scorpio. Coming over the High Priestess, listen, you know, this is the perfect energy of loved ones that we spent this lifetime with, who maybe have passed at this point. Well, not maybe, they would have passed, and the guidance coming from them. I also feel some of you are doing something. I can call it work. I can call it a creative idea that you have, and I feel like it has to do with those who have crossed over. Perhaps you're a psychic and you want to do something with that now, hearing the guides, right? But if that's you, clearly I need to come from a certain vibration to really be my best, right? Yeah. And, you know, it's almost like some of you might start channeling your mother. The person passed could have been Scorpio. Doesn't mean that a person has to pass as a Scorpio. You know, for some of you, you may be thinking about collaborating with a Scorpio. Let's keep going. The recognition you're receiving for those who may start channeling could be of your guides. Not could be, but is of your guides. We have the Princess of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We have the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the Prince of Cups. Like I have a mother and two children here. Literally, I feel like I have a mother and two children here, and maybe the father is still alive, or can I reverse that also and say, could have the mother and two children who are alive, and the father has crossed over. I'm going to take one card that's going to connect what I feel like is whole family together. I'm going to see why they're coming out as a family. I feel like someone is also starting a home business, spiritually based. Princess of Wands. Okay, well, I didn't really need another person to come out, but why is she connecting them all? Let's think about the Princess of Wands. Princess of Wands is someone I feel like is usually starting a new path, a new journey. Princess of Wands is someone who is very intuitive, right? But she's in the energy of learning, learning about all that she feels and sees on all levels, though, definitely a spiritual level. I just feel like this is you, and this is you channeling. It's almost like you invite families to your home, or they to you to their home, and in that energy, you're there to help them. Okay, maybe help them see something, help them connect to something, and I feel like it's to others. Now, if this is not your scenario, but you're like, I did lose this person, this, that, it could also be the energy of someone finding you. I also want to go back and talk about this King of Cups who's in reverse. Because now I'm also feeling that this is about this king's family. And it's like someone leaving the home. Someone's leaving the home. One more connection. One more. You got the Two of Cups again. So we're surrounded by the Two of Cups. 2 cups here, 2 cups here. Now talking about this family unit. So it's a soulmate energy. We know that. Soulmate energy doesn't mean everyone is coming. Someone may be wearing a little bit of a mask within this unit. It just kind of shut me down there. Okay, let me just say something else here too. Let's say you've been in a marriage for a long time. Okay, I've been married for, let's say, 30 years. I'm just throwing a number out there. And within my marriage, my partner has not been very affectionate, has not given me really what they should give me. Now, that could be reflecting back here too, right? It may be the same energy, but nonetheless, I feel like now I'm adding time in here. And what I feel like is it is a family unit. And I feel like let's just say the daughter, okay, one of the daughters. Because what I'm feeling like is like one of the kids stays with the family. There may be a family business also involved here. And I feel like perhaps maybe 2 of the children stay with the business, but one wants to go off, right? One wants to go explore and find her way. This could be you at an earlier time, when you were a teenager or a young adult. And it may be coming up now for some reason. But nonetheless, so I feel like there's one person here who wants to leave the family unit and wants to go explore the world. Now, the problem is that this young woman has a misconception about love, partnership. I feel like she learned it off her father. It's almost like we're talking about this person in present day, right? Maybe we're seeing the future here. If this person has children and how one is completely affected by that and here's the thing, I feel like as a young woman here, I feel ready to go explore the world. I don't have fear about exploring the world, and I don't have fear about falling in love, and that is part of my goal also. However, because I have misconception, because I have, been fed false information the majority of my life, I think that love is this way, right? So I feel like this is someone who could potentially get into, let's say some type of abusive relationship or a narcissistic type of relationship. So, it's funny because I have the male who acts a certain way because of the way the mother held back her emotions. But then I almost felt like, and then I fast forward, and now I have the daughter of the male who then, listen, nothing has been cleared up, because maybe this is showing you that if I don't step in and recognize this within my own family, one of my children could take this route, or even maybe you did. This could certainly be you. And I know it sounds confusing. You, they, this. I don't know, guys. You just kind of have to stick with me. Because nonetheless, I feel like this young woman is about to, listen, I feel like she's about to be successful in her life, because I feel like she's got passions and she's got goals. And I do feel like she will fulfill them. But I feel if there's not some type of intervention as in how this young woman thinks about love, I can almost guarantee that she will end up in a relationship much like her parents had. And, this is not coming from a good place. This is coming from someone who, listen, this is what I feel. The young woman will end up with a man who will cheat on her, who will hardly ever come home, who will be unreliable. Even if, let's say, the reliability is good within the finances, the emotional aspect of it will feel like a wreck. So this is a future problem for this young woman, and directly affected because the clarity is not there. Maybe we don't talk about it. Maybe we just don't talk about what Dad did. But listen, Dad hurt the whole family unit, just like his mother hurt him. Now, maybe none of that happens. Maybe this is just awareness for us, so we can stop it from happening. Sometimes just sitting down with my daughter and having a talk about love and, how it should look, because we have the Hierophant here, so there's just no need for these, I don't know, I want to say lower class citizens, but that doesn't even sound like something I would say. Maybe someone else would say that. Okay, I'm going to leave that out, and I'm going to continue. It's like we're seeing the past, the present, and the future all in one little postage stamp. I have the Hangman, who kind of is like not sure. Do I come out? Do I not come out? I have the Four of Cups. Well, I'm just going to stop for a second, because I want to say, and I mean this in the nicest way, but I feel like some of you are in pretty shitty circumstances. But, I have to be honest, you're not doing anything about it. You're not doing anything about it. You have become comfortable within the energy of your home, of your situation, even for some of you, of your job. And with all this beautiful energy right above the confusion of this, it's almost like it's saying it's giving you a choice. Giving you a choice, or giving you the understanding that, here's what you don't want to say. My life sucks. I have no opportunity. Nothing ever happens for me. All right? Because the Fool would say, well, it's not about everything coming into your lap. It's about you going to get it. You exploring. You finding it. Right? This is not about waiting for fairness to happen in my atmosphere. This is me. This is your guide just saying, go out and create it. Right? But right here, I'm in this comfort level. This would be what I would call a narcissistic energy here, or on the line of it, but it feels like it. But you're not moving from it either. Okay, here you're not moving. Let's keep going. King of Pentacles wanted to be seen. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Ace of Swords. And the Devil, card of Capricorn. So, I don't want to put all the people on my board down today, but, I feel like they're just coming in that type of energy. So I have this King of Pentacles. And this is someone that someone out there is, gets in arguments with. This King of Pentacles comes with the Ace of Swords. So that's about communication, right? But the Ace of Swords is directly tied to the devil. Okay? And it's all stemming from the Seven of Swords energy. So it's almost like it don't matter what this king says. I don't know that I can believe it. I don't know that I can believe it. I don't pick up the King of Pentacles as a bad person very often. Not that, I shouldn't say bad person. A confused soul. A confused soul. Why is he a confused soul? Because he's not listening to his intuition. He's closing that part of him down. So I definitely feel, at least I'm wondering, can I trust what this king is communicating to me? For some of you, it is a Capricorn, though. I want to be clear with that. It is a Capricorn. And I don't know, maybe he's starting to feel that you're getting a little antsy within this energy, because I feel like, again, communicating to you. Let's see what's around that. Okay, we got the Ten of Swords down here, though. I don't know. I just feel like I'm having a hard time believing what's coming out of the King of Pentacles' mouth. And I just want to say again, I feel like for some of you, it's because you do have a certain comfort level. And that tells me that, maybe you love the home that you're in and you don't want to have to leave the home, or you love the neighborhood, or, your job is there. So, I stay. It doesn't always mean you're going to leave. Look at that. Ten of Swords again. So, you're definitely not trusting what's coming out of this king's mouth. And I feel like this is someone who can get very, very nasty. Very nasty. Maybe at one time in your life you thought they were a soulmate, but you're wondering now, like, how could you be a fucking soulmate and talk to me like that? Soulmates come in all forms. Even hard situations can be from a soulmate, right? If that's what they're meant to trigger within you. If this is what you agree to before you came to Earth. But this person feels, it kind of feels like they're in their human nature here. Because I feel like they are, well, I don't know. Listen, I feel like you've been down this road a million times with this person, right? Maybe they go out and do something that hurt you, and then they come back with all the, all what they think is the right words, and maybe it was at one time, but no longer. I feel like you're just not buying in anymore, and maybe you're in the energy of thinking like, okay, what do I do about this? Am I willing to do this? Am I willing to walk away if I need to walk away, right? Even if you want to, like, you don't want to leave your home, but you have this very hard narcissistic type of energy who is not showing you emotions. I mean, clearly you're not receiving the emotional support you signed up for. And again, at one time, at the beginning, thinking that we're soulmates, and it doesn't mean that that you're not, but and I also feel like this king, let's say I'm not in, maybe it's not as bad as I'm saying, well then I would say that this king is not feeling the same dreams that you do, okay? Your hopes and your dreams and what you had hoped to explore, they don't seem on the same page. So they could be trying to stop you from exploring. Now, why would they do that? Well, because, listen, people like that who only think of themselves know that there's other people like that, and know, what are they afraid of? They're afraid that you're going to be persuaded to leave. If it's a job situation, they're probably worried that someone's going to come in and want to take their place, and they know that it wouldn't be hard, right? At a certain point, it's like, if I'm the bad guy, sooner or later, I'm realizing that my risk within acting this way is I could potentially lose a partner, right? So they know that. And I want to say also, they know, because why would they be thinking this way if they didn't know that their own actions towards you are wrong? Now, it doesn't mean they're going to tell you that. I don't think they will tell you that. I think they'll fight you tooth and nail. I don't know. I don't like this king right now, because again, this person is holding you back, but you're allowing it. I'm going to say it again. They're holding you back from fulfilling your hopes and dreams, but you're allowing it at the same time. Okay, because you're allowing yourself to stay in the energy. And I know there's a million reasons why we don't leave, right? But ultimately, we have to make a decision of how do I want my life to look. And let me go back one more time and say, when I had that earlier energy of the family unit, and maybe the majority stick together, but there's one who is deeply affected by the actions of their father. Let's just say their father, okay, to the point where they're going to go, the danger is that they turn around and find someone just like their father, which is not what they want. They just don't know what they're attracting. Okay, so there's that. All right, I'm going to pick these up. I don't want to get too many cards out. Excuse my arm. Let's keep going. Libra, I don't like bringing out these heavy messages like this, but look at this. The sun just popped out. It's almost like it's the illumination you needed to see over your own household. It's coming over the Ten of Pentacles. Now, we can look at that in a couple different ways, right? It is the illumination of truly what you need to see. So whatever you need to resolve, you can. But also what it's showing is joy coming back to the household. Joy coming back. So let's stay with that for a minute. I have the Chariot, part of Cancer. I have the Princess of Swords. Some of you may be hearing from someone from your past. I have the Seven of Pentacles, who may be, this is probably the wrong wording, but who may be a true soulmate. Because I do feel like that king was also a soulmate, but a rogue. A soulmate that went rogue. We have the Seven of Cups. Wow. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Six of Swords. Let's take a moment with this line, because it's quite interesting. So I have the Sun and I have the Chariot coming over the Ten of Pentacles. Some of you are going to be leaving your home. You are going to be leaving your home, and you may be going back to your own hometown. You're going back to a place where you have good memories. And listen, you don't always have to be going back. For someone, maybe you have like a group of friends who moved to Florida, and they've been trying to get you to come there, but you've been putting it off, and now you may be actually making that trip. You may actually be moving to a much sunnier climate. I said Florida, but it's not just Florida. But I do feel like that. And I feel like it comes, listen, I also feel like someone gets communication from someone from their past, someone that perhaps you were in an earlier relationship. I don't know if it's the same people I'm talking about up here, but I think you'll know. Well, I mean, you know, if someone contacted you. Anyway, I feel like this person contacts you from the past. And listen, I feel like through that, long story short, or put it in a different way, looking into the future, I do think the potential of you moving to where they're at, they moving to where you're at, is very high, I feel. And listen, I feel like chances are this new communication, whether that be through a text, whether it be through social media, an actual phone call, a letter that was written, however it came in, it put you in a sense of, so it probably made you feel so good, right? This is energy where I feel really good in, but then I get this a little bit of confusion, right? Then I have confusion. Why are you confused? Well, this is what I think. I think there's something about this call or this initial contact that stirs something within you. Almost makes you feel like a little girl again or a little boy again, right? Like the first time you kiss, but kiss someone who, not just a normal kiss, but like a type of kiss that, I don't know, just allows you to know that this is special. This feels special. So, they contact you in some way, and you start to wonder, where am I truly meant to be? Who am I truly meant to be with? Where did I plant my seeds of intention? Where was it? Was it here or was it there? And I'm saying that, number one, I feel like you will receive clarity over that. If it feels right, it is right. I just said that on one of our beautiful soul sisters' comments about a relationship, and I said, if it feels right, it is right. If it feels wrong, it is wrong. I feel like that's the answer right here too. If it feels right, it is right. If it feels wrong, it is wrong. Now, don't get into the mind. This isn't about when I start overthinking it. I had the Queen of Pentacles right there too, and she can certainly be an overthinker. So I could take what I'm feeling, and then I could pick it apart with my thoughts and my brain and talk myself out of something. And the reason why I'm saying that is because ultimately I feel like this is about wanting to move from one area of your life to a new area within your life. But here is what it requires. Let's put it this way, here's what it requires to give you the most joy out of this situation. It's going to require you to put down any swords that you've been carrying. It's going to ask you to let go of any ego, especially if you're truly following your intuition. You don't need your ego here, all right? Because I feel like the ego will come and kind of battle you a little bit and throw you again in a state of confusion. Your intuition knows what it wants. Again, your soul's journey. And I want to remember, I feel like some of you are that young woman I was talking about, whether you're a man or a woman, that young energy where I could have the danger of ending up with someone just like Mom was with. So, this is just about moving, taking chances. And listen, this is also the energy of not beating yourself up. Listen, you have a right to do whatever you want in your life. This is your life and nobody else's. This is your life. This is your opportunity that you agreed with Source that you would come down here and you would learn in this big, gigantic playground. You would learn and you would expand, and you wanted adventure, and you wanted, and listen, I have to have negative to also get the positive, because otherwise I won't understand either. So don't curse at the universe when you're in a negative situation. It is your soul's challenge to get out of it, to find its way out, right? To seek the light. I would never seek the light if I'm always in light. What's to seek? I always have it. The dark places teach us more than we realize. Someday we'll realize it. Anyway, I feel like that is a big one. I've got to let down my swords. I've got to let down my ego. I can't fix everyone. And I got to stop trying. I've got to stop trying fixing the people that don't want to be fixed. I cannot beat their free will. If their guides can't beat their free will, how could you? They have got to have the illumination themselves. I just don't see any way around that. I don't see any way around it. And then I feel like there's also some people who are sticking with someone because you're worried about walking away from them, though I feel like you want to. And listen, maybe they have a drinking problem, and you're worried that if you leave, it will only get worse. Well, that's not correct. Well, I can't say if it's correct or not. I shouldn't have said that. I can only go by my experience and tell you, if you have someone who has like addiction problems, it doesn't matter how much you harp on them, they are not going to change it until they are ready. And, you know, I'm a big believer in jumping in and getting professional help when needed. Sometimes it's just for yourself. It's like going to Al-Anon. Okay. Let's do a few cards underneath. And then I think we'll wrap it up. You know, because like many readings, it all comes down to your choice. It's like I'm showing you different options, the different potentials, and then ultimately it's up to you. I have the moon, card of Pisces, planet of Cancer. Right, we have the moon. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse. We have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. Well, hello, Ten of Cups. Look at this. This is kind of cool. You have the Wheel and then the Ten of Cups. So if you're not sitting within the Ten of Cups right now, this shows you the potential that it exists on the journey that you have yet to take. Ten of Cups is finding someone much like myself. You know, I shouldn't have said that because we can be opposites, but I don't know. I just feel like truly we're not, though. This is, I don't know, kind of the opposite of energy that I grew up in. But here it is. But let's look at this. We have the Eight of Swords, I'm sorry, the Eight of Cups in reverse. So, this is the energy of maybe not being willing to look at my emotional house and how my cups got all knocked over and what that means. And what do I need to learn from that, right? Because once I'm willing to look at these cups, once I'm willing to start the process of getting my emotional house in order, this will flip around. And then you start moving towards the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is self-satisfaction. It's feeling good within one's own skin. It's the opportunity. It's seeing opportunity and feeling that more opportunity will continue to follow. And you're right. You're right. It will. But here feels like a little bit of a block. Why? Because it's next to the moon. So I feel like someone just needs a little bit of help in that area. I just have to look at those emotional cups, not for judgment, just for clarity. Because if I'm willing to do that, and by the way, that's falling over the Five of Cups, so that can even talk about a previous relationship, right? But it's asking you to look at it. You know, and then I think of Eight. I think of as above, so below. So that energy's in there too. So there's help for you to really examine those cups, just enough to put them back in order, and then get the hell out of there. That's it. You don't have to live in it. You don't have to pick every cup apart. Just find out the general idea of maybe why I do certain things or why I end up with certain types of people, right? It's just enough awareness to then get you back on the road right away. And on that road lies the Ten of Cups. We have the Queen of Wands. It's funny because I feel like she's now the adult of that Princess of Wands. And it doesn't matter what sign you are. Remember that. You know, in my readings anyways, not all people are read like people. Not all queens and kings are actual people. It's about the energy that we take on. So this queen where, you know, and I do feel like it. I feel like the Princess of Wands earlier who was about to go out, or whether we're looking at the future or we're looking at the past, I go out and do, you know, end up with someone exactly like what has hurt me the majority of my life. This tells me that you took a moment within the Eight of Cups. You took a moment. You got your emotional house in order, and you flipped it around. Yeah, flipped it around. And listen, if for some of you, there's someone from the past that, you know, you have a little bit of a spark from, but you're not being proactive in it, that's up to you. I think first thing I would say is it would benefit you to look at your emotional house first. Right? Get that clarity first. Get the balance within you first. And then do what you want to do. Get moving, right? The wheel says, get moving in this world of destiny. Get moving. I don't have the Ten of Cups right now, but it's truly what I've always wanted. It exists on your journey. But you have to go find it. Right? And that's what I feel. I feel like that energy is already out there. It's whenever you're ready to meet it, right? I have to meet it with a certain vibration. I can't come into the Ten of Cups with a low vibration. It just won't fit. It's like they'll lock the door on me. I won't be able to get in. Doesn't mean I need to be perfect. Not at all. All it's saying is if I have a lot of emotional confusion, because that's what it reads like to me, where'd the Moon card go? It feels like emotional confusion. But I don't need, that's nothing that I get stuck in. I get out of that energy as quick as I look. Did that make sense? Anyway, I feel like this is you. I feel like it's you today, a little bit of tomorrow. And then, hello, Nine of Pentacles. So, if you're worried about becoming independent, this tells you you don't need to do that. If you're willing to focus on your own foundation, right? You can be successful all on your own if you choose. This is the energy of self-created businesses, okay? This is the energy of using our creativity to really build our money. This is someone who would think about, you know, retirement. It's not just about what I make today, but this is coming from your own creativity. So whether it's just creative ideas that I then put into action, whether, again, up here, it's people who are going to take notice of you and then give you an opportunity through that Nine of Pentacles. But this is also the energy of your guardian angel being part of this. So some of you may even have some money worries. You know, maybe that's why I stay with someone. Well, I don't know. This just tells me that even if I have to give something away, that it's replaced. I mean, you have the Ten of Cups. And the Nine of Pentacles to me, and you have the Ten of Pentacles too, by the way. So you have everything to really give you what we would call a successful life, right? You just have to meet up with it. You just have to meet up with it. And I like the Queen of Wands next to the Nine of Pentacles, because this is someone who would be a go-getter. This is someone who would say to themselves, I'm going to make it happen. Some of you, it may be a business right out of your home. Maybe not the home you're in now, but perhaps the next home. So I'm not worried about that. You know, do I have to sacrifice a little now to receive a lot later? Perhaps, but think about that. If the Ten of Cups exists out there, and I am back here in this type of energy, what do I want to do about it? The wheel, to me, always says it's up to you. It's your movement that gets this wheel moving. When you say, okay, I'm ready, let's do it, the wheel starts turning. And guys, I think I'm going to leave it there, because it just is going to come down to your personal choice. This is one of those readings where I can't wait to do next month's reading to see what happened. Because, listen, I know there's many of you that these messages are for, but I know not all of you are going to receive them the way they're meant right now. This is why I always tell you, don't so much look at the date of when a reading was put out, okay? If you feel the urge to watch something, watch it, okay? Because much like this, these messages, that we're looking for, well, maybe they don't make sense right now, but down the road, they will. And they may even help guide you, okay? And I feel like there's a few of you who do your own tarot cards, and I want to say to you, I feel like your guides are saying, trust what you're seeing, trust you're overthinking it. Don't overthink it. Trust what you're seeing, okay? And what I mean by that is you may get a really good spread, but then maybe you get a few negative cards on it, and it seems to turn your whole mind around. No, because I feel like, yeah, I don't know. Let's leave it there. Trust what you're receiving, okay? Because you're meant to receive it. And I'm going to leave it there, guys. I love you so much. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.